Our next speaker is a city builder in the truest sense of the word. Amanda Burden is the head of the New York City Department of City Planning and chair of the New York City Planning Commission. For nearly a decade, she has led comprehensive urban design master plans designed to catalyze commercial and residential development throughout the city and to reclaim its waterfront. Among these initiatives are master plans for the East River Waterfront in Lower Manhattan, downtown Brooklyn, Long Island City, and Jamaica, Queens, as well as the Hudson Yards on the far west side of Manhattan. Under Amanda's leadership, the Department of City Planning has approved 114 rezonings covering more than 10,000 blocks in an effort to plan for the city's long-term economic health while addressing our community's immediate needs. She is a master of encouraging growth while protecting neighborhood character and has raised the bar for quality in public and private development, demonstrating that good design is good economic development and essential to the long-term health and sustainability of the city. Amanda is committed to cultivating the diversity, vitality, and unique features that give a sense of place to the city's varied neighborhoods. She has championed the creation of great new public spaces throughout the city, including the Esplanade along the East River waterfront and the preservation of the High Line. And Amanda is leading the department to explore ways that design can help the city adapt to climate change. The department is also partnering with other agencies and groups to further explore the integration of transportation and land use planning as part of the HUD Sustainable Communities program. Among many, many honors, Amanda is the recipient of the 2011 Architectural Foundation Keystone Award, which is a tribute to her outstanding respect for architecture and her keen ability to encourage dynamic, well-designed environments. Please welcome Commissioner Amanda Burden.
Thank you, Vin, for that really generous and sweet introduction. And I'm really honored to be here and talk about just about my favorite subject, design. Design isn't just architecture. Design is integral to city making. We see it most vividly in our iconic skyline, but design also plays a critical role in multiple aspects of shaping a great city, where and how the city grows, how the city feels, how do buildings meet the street and touch the sky, whether the streets are walkable and vibrant, whether our shoreline is resilient, whether our public spaces are inviting and well used, whether our water is cleaner or our air less polluted. Design can make mobility easier and cheaper. It can cool and shade parking lots and sidewalks. It can open up for public use the longest and most diverse shoreline of any city in the entire United States. Design plays a critical role in realizing every single one of these New York City policies. So using design as a tool helps the city, allows the city to grow in a livable way, while not changing what makes New York City so unique. Each one of its neighborhoods are unique, and design is a tool in preserving that. At the same time, great design keeps our city competitive, conveying a sense of a dynamic, changing metropolis with high-quality public open spaces and architectural excellence, a global city for the future. The integration of design into city making is one of Michael Bloomberg's most important and lasting legacies. And following upon his mandate, one of my first actions as commissioner was to reinstitute the Urban Design Group, one of the most effective divisions of the Lindsay administration almost 50 years ago. So we went back to the essential methods of placemaking, understanding what makes a space successful, measuring it, and drawing it. and working from a form-based approach rather than a legalistic zoning approach. We analyze and design the defining elements of a building, raising the bar for what's expected. And we create a new language, a design language, which has become integral to planning and development around the city. In fact, it has changed the way we communicate about our projects. For instance, in 2003, it was taken about in 2003, the Civic Center of downtown Brooklyn included only a few high-rises centered around a transit hub, located at the center of strong neighborhoods of Boerum Hill, Fort Greene, and Brooklyn Heights, a great place for the city to grow. 10 years ago, we would have presented a rezoning plan which looked like this. Incomprehensible to stakeholders, and frankly, to most city planners as well. Planning used to be just zoning. Now, city planning develops large-scale planning initiatives by drawing, like this, three-dimensional urban design master plans, which help communities to visualize proposals and really helps them better advocate for their neighborhoods. This not only helps us develop better plans, but also helps us better communicate what we want to accomplish. It gives people a sense of scale and predictability and gives them the real opportunity to comment and react to the plan to truly take part in the public review process. Design also helps us refine and improve our plans and to build consensus. So on a large scale, the composition of buildings, the height of street walls, the width of sidewalks, the spacing of street trees, scale and proportion, texture and fenestration, planar change and roofline are elements that all enter into shaping a city where good design is felt everywhere, if not observed directly. And we have made sure that good design is not limited to expensive residential development or just show-stopping cultural icons. These projects are new developments dedicated to supportive and affordable housing for low-income families in the South Bronx. They are great examples of how good design can be a part of all projects, large and small. Good design adds value, a pride of place, and sets a new standard for future development. In all these 14 new developments and over 3,000 new affordable units built only in the past 9 years in the South Bronx, this high level of quality design has completely transformed this area of the city. Design is, frankly, also part of a long-term strategy for New York City to compete on the global stage. Great design, innovative, challenging design keeps a city young and vibrant and compelling. It shows that a city, importantly, is open to change, entrepreneurial thinking, and creative engagement. Density, diversity, tolerance, and aspiration are all quintessential New York City qualities that are translated through the language of city design and are key to attracting talent and investment. Design is also an integral to an environmentally sustainable city. Cleaner air, cleaner water, and a healthier lifestyle for our neighborhoods depends on designing greener infrastructure, more bike lanes, renewable energy sources, and a waterfront that, by design, makes water a part of New York City's residents' everyday lives. While New York City's identity is intricably linked to its skyline, its real strength is in the dynamic energy of its street life. For the past 9 years, we have focused on the public realm in detail, and how a street feels is ultimately how we judge a project. It has been my personal passion ever since my mentor Holly White taught me that you can measure the health of a city by the vitality of its streets and public spaces. And in the public realm, design detail means everything. On the streets, the width of a sidewalk, the spacing of street trees, the diversity of retail, small sidewalk cafes are all part of making a street vibrant and young and exciting. The new public spaces that Jeanette Sadiq-Khan has built in these past years have greatly contributed to a new sense of excitement and possibility in the city. And to make sure that new public plazas and waterfront public spaces are inviting and well used, we have changed the zoning rules to encompass new requirements that make all the difference. Whether a seat is 18 inches deep, whether there is sun and shade, whether there's movable seating and tables, ground plane plantings, sittable seat walls, seating with backs, and minimal grade changes. Each one of these components, when well done, turn a project into a place that people want to be. And nothing could be more dynamic as successful public spaces in a dense city. This is absolutely critical to our livability and quality of life. In fact, well-designed public spaces have the power not only to transform entire neighborhoods, but also to catalyze private investment. Just look at the High Line, which has spurred more than 34 new projects worth $2 billion with some of the most exciting new architecture in the entire city. Or the new East River Waterfront Esplanade, which you must see if you haven't already, where we opened the first segment this past July. Finally, Lower Manhattan residents and workers have access to the East River, and a fantastic two-level pier will open later this fall. This has been an instant success. And why? Design has power. Design has the power to give enjoyment, to increase value, to raise aspirations, and to keep New York City the most exciting, engaging, and competitive of any 21st century city in the world. Thanks very much.